Dive in with us as we embark on a journey to unravel the mysteries of the ocean, a realm where light barely reaches and pressure can be 1,000 times that of the surface. This vast underwater world, covering more than 70% of our planet, holds secrets and wonders that dwarf our grandest imaginations. Our journey begins with understanding the sheer depth of this underwater world. It's easy to underestimate the depth of the ocean because our direct experiences with water are usually limited to the shallow ends of the spectrum. But the ocean is anything but shallow. The average depth of the world's oceans is about 2.5 miles. That's 13 Empire State Buildings stacked one on top of the other. To truly grasp this, imagine taking a leisurely drive for 5 minutes at 60 miles per hour. That's how deep you would have to dive to reach the ocean floor. But why should we care about the depth of the ocean? Well, the ocean isn't just a large body of water. It's a complex, dynamic system that plays a crucial role in regulating our planet's climate and supporting a wide array of life forms. The deeper parts of the ocean, known as the deep sea, are home to some of the most bizarre and fascinating creatures on Earth, many of which we know very little about. Additionally, the ocean depth plays a key role in global commerce. Many of the goods we use every day are transported across the ocean, and oil companies drill miles beneath the ocean surface to extract crude oil. However, despite its importance, our understanding of the ocean's depths is still surprisingly limited. We've mapped less than 20% of the ocean floor, and new discoveries are being made all the time. Beneath the serene surface of the oceans lies an alien world, much of which remains unexplored. Stay with us as we delve deeper into the mysteries of the unfathomable ocean depths. So, how deep is the ocean? You might be surprised. The average depth of the world's oceans is a staggering 12,800 feet. Now that's a number that's hard to visualize, isn't it? So let's put it into perspective with some examples from our everyday life. Imagine stacking 4 Empire State Buildings one on top of the other. That's roughly how deep the ocean is on average. And if you're a fan of mountains, consider this. If you were to place Mount Everest at the very bottom of the ocean, its peak would still be submerged under more than a mile of water. But let's not stop there. Let's dive a little deeper, shall we? The ocean isn't uniformly deep. Its depth varies greatly, from shallow coastal waters to incredibly deep trenches. Now, the average depth we mentioned earlier, 12,800 feet, is just that, an average. It's the midpoint between the shallowest and deepest parts of the ocean. But the deepest parts of the ocean, like the Mariana Trench, drop to an astounding 36,200 feet. That's almost 7 miles deep. To put that into perspective, if you were to drive that distance on the road, it would take you around 10 minutes at highway speed without any traffic. And if you were to fall into the Mariana Trench, it would take you a full hour to reach the bottom, falling at the speed of a skydiver. So the next time you're standing at the beach, looking out at the vast expanse of water, remember this. Beneath those rolling waves lies a world as deep and as mountainous as the one we live on, filled with towering underwater mountains and deep, dark valleys. Yes, the average ocean depth is indeed a mind-boggling concept. To put it in perspective, let's compare the ocean's depth to the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon, with its spectacular landscapes etched by the relentless flow of the Colorado River over millions of years, is often considered a benchmark for depth on land. Its sheer magnitude is awe-inspiring, stretching over 270 miles long and reaching depths of over a mile. A natural wonder indeed. But let's take a moment to consider this. The average depth of our oceans is about 2.3 miles, more than twice the depth of the Grand Canyon at its deepest point. Picture this. If the Grand Canyon was submerged at the bottom of the ocean, there would still be a mile of water above it. And that's just the average. In certain places, the ocean plunges even deeper. The Mariana Trench, for instance, descends a staggering 6.8 miles below the sea level. That's like stacking one Grand Canyon atop another, and yet another, then adding the height of Mount Everest on top. This comparison is not to diminish the grandeur of the Grand Canyon, but to magnify the immensity of the oceans. It's a testament to the vastness that lies beneath the surface, a world that remains largely unexplored and uncharted. It's a reminder that we live on a blue planet, where landforms like the Grand Canyon are dwarfed by the expansive depths of our oceans. The scale is mind-boggling, isn't it? It's hard to fathom such depths where sunlight can't reach and the pressure is immense. It's a world that's alien to us, yet it's part of our Earth, holding secrets waiting to be uncovered, stories waiting to be told. Incredible, isn't it? The ocean depth exceeds even the grandeur of the Grand Canyon. The ocean holds secrets deeper than any canyon, the trenches. Now let's dive right into these abyssal wonders that are the deepest parts of our oceans. These are the trenches, the chasms that plunge far deeper than any landform soars high. Picture this. A trench is essentially a gigantic scar on the ocean floor, formed by the violent collision and subduction of tectonic plates. They are the lowest points on Earth, with some trenches reaching depths that boggle the mind. Take, for instance, the Mariana Trench. Located in the western Pacific near Guam, it's the deepest part of the world's oceans. It plunges down an astonishing 7 miles, dwarfing even the mighty Everest. If you were to flip Everest upside down and plunge it into the Mariana Trench, its peak would still be over a mile beneath the ocean's surface. But the Mariana Trench is not alone in its profound depth. There's also the Tonga Trench in the South Pacific, the Puerto Rico Trench in the Atlantic, and the Kuril-Kamchatka Trench in the Northwest Pacific, among others. Each of these trenches presents its own unique set of challenges and mysteries to the scientists brave enough to study them. These trenches are more than just deep, dark holes in the ocean floor. They are thriving ecosystems, home to an array of fascinating and often bizarre life forms. From ghostly fish to luminescent squid, these creatures have adapted to survive in a world without sunlight, under crushing pressures, and in frigid temperatures. Studying these trenches is no easy feat. The immense pressure, low temperatures, and complete darkness make exploration challenging. But with every descent, we peel back another layer of the ocean's mysteries, revealing more about our planet and ourselves. These trenches, deeper than any mountain is high, are home to a world unseen. They serve as a stark reminder that there are still parts of our own planet waiting to be explored, understood, and appreciated. So as we continue to explore the stars and galaxies beyond our own, let's not forget about the mysteries that lie beneath the waves in the deep, dark trenches of our world's oceans. Scene script: venture deeper, and you'll find the pressure mounting, quite literally. Now, let's dive into the concept of water pressure in the ocean. Pressure, in simple terms, is the force exerted by a substance on an object. In the case of the ocean, this substance is water. The deeper you go, the more water you have above you, and therefore, the greater the pressure. Imagine you're swimming in a pool. Even at the shallow end, you can feel a certain pressure on your ears. That's because for every 10 meters you go underwater, the pressure increases by 1 atmosphere. Now consider the ocean's average depth, which is nearly 4,000 meters. That's equivalent to 400 times the atmospheric pressure at sea level. Yes, you heard it right, 400 times. This pressure is so immense that it can crush submarines and deep-sea probes like an empty soda can. However, marine life in the deep ocean doesn't just survive under this extreme pressure, it thrives. You might be wondering, how is this possible? Well, deep-sea creatures have evolved over millions of years to withstand these pressures. Their bodies are composed of soft, flexible materials rather than hard, rigid ones. This allows them to resist compression. For instance, many deep-sea fishes lack swim bladders, which in other fish are filled with gas and help them maintain buoyancy. In the deep sea, a swim bladder would be crushed by the high pressure. Instead, deep-sea creatures rely on high levels of lipids in their cells to maintain buoyancy. Similarly, deep-sea invertebrates have evolved to lack air-filled spaces like lungs or sinuses that would be compressed by the pressure. Instead, they have water-filled spaces, which are not compressible and therefore can withstand the immense pressure. In a nutshell, the deep ocean is a world of darkness, cold, and extraordinary pressure. But it's also a world filled with life, adapted to conditions that are hard for us to even imagine. The creatures here don't just survive the pressure, they thrive. Speaking of creatures, meet the residents of the deep sea. As we delve deeper into the ocean's depths, we enter a world where sunlight is a distant memory, and the pressure can crush a submarine like an empty soda can. Yet, despite these inhospitable conditions, life thrives in abundance. Among the most bizarre inhabitants of the abyss are the anglerfish. These fascinating creatures have evolved to make their own light, a phenomenon known as bioluminescence. Female anglerfish sport a rod-like appendage that hangs above their open jaws, glowing with a light produced by bacteria. This light serves as a lure, attracting unsuspecting prey in the otherwise dark ocean depths. In contrast to the menacing anglerfish, meet the Dumbo octopus. Named for its ear-like fins, reminiscent of the beloved Disney character, this octopus floats gently through the deep sea, hunting for food. Its ability to withstand the immense pressure at these depths is a testament to the remarkable adaptations of deep-sea creatures. Another fascinating denizen of the deep is the giant squid. For centuries, they were the stuff of legend, their existence confirmed only by specimens washed ashore. They remain a mystery, as capturing footage of these elusive creatures in their natural habitat has proven to be a significant challenge. Then, there are the hydrothermal vent communities. These are oases of life in the ocean's depths, where bacteria harness energy from chemicals in the vent fluids to create food, supporting complex ecosystems of tube worms, crabs, and various other organisms. In this alien world, life has evolved in extraordinary ways to survive. Bioluminescence for communication and hunting, adaptations to extreme pressure, and the ability to harness energy from chemicals are just a few examples of the ingenuity of nature. Each creature is a testament to life's tenacity and adaptability, providing insights into biology, evolution, and possibly life on other planets. In the face of darkness and pressure, life finds a way. These creatures of the abyss are not just fascinating, they are a bold statement of life's incredible resilience and inventiveness. As we venture deeper, we must also consider our impact on these pristine depths. Humanity's curiosity and thirst for knowledge have led us to explore the vast expanses of our oceans. Yet, this exploration is not without consequence. Our activities, such as deep-sea mining and pollution, have begun to leave their mark. Deep-sea mining in particular poses a significant threat to these delicate ecosystems. Mining companies target the ocean floor for valuable minerals and metals, disrupting the habitats of countless deep-sea organisms in the process. We must ask ourselves, is the price of progress worth the potential destruction of these unique and largely unexplored ecosystems? Pollution, too, has found its way into the deepest parts of our oceans. From plastic waste to chemical pollutants, our actions on land have far-reaching effects beneath the waves. These pollutants can harm marine life and disrupt the natural balance of these ecosystems, with consequences we might not fully understand for years to come. But it's not all doom and gloom. Our growing understanding of the deep sea is also driving the development of new technologies for exploration. Innovations in submersible technology and remote sensing are opening up new possibilities for research and discovery. These tools are not just helping us to explore deeper and more efficiently. They're also enabling us to monitor the health of our oceans and assess the impact of human activities. Ongoing research holds the promise of further discoveries. Every dive, every mission into the deep reveals something new. New species, new habitats, new geological features. The deep sea is a final frontier on our planet, a place where science can still make first-time discoveries. With every dive, we uncover more about this fascinating world, but we must also remember to protect it. As we look to the future of deep-sea exploration, let's ensure that our curiosity and thirst for knowledge are balanced with a commitment to conservation. After all, the mysteries of the deep are there for all of humanity to cherish and protect.
We have journeyed together through the ocean depths, a world as intriguing as it is vast. From the average ocean depth that dwarfs the tallest of our man-made structures, to the trenches that plunge deeper than we could ever fathom, we've peered into an alien world right here on our blue planet. We've explored the pressure at depth, a force so powerful it shapes life in unimaginable ways. We've marveled at the creatures of the abyss, each one a testament to nature's boundless creativity and resilience. And we've addressed the impact of our own species on these deep, uncharted realms. The ocean is a world of wonder and mystery, an unending source of discovery that continues to inspire and humble us. But it's also a world under threat, a world that needs our understanding, our respect, and our protection. Join us in this journey of discovery and conservation. Share your thoughts and let's together unveil the mysteries of our blue planet.